Hi all, my name is Rebecca Barrett and I'm a wealth planner at JM Fin. Today I am here to talk to you about wealth in women's hands. A 2024 Prudential study shows women are increasingly likely to achieve financial independence by retirement. However, higher life expectancies mean they need to plan more carefully to ensure they have adequate savings. This growing financial awareness aligns with the broader trend of women taking on more influential roles in society. Rachel Reeves made history as the first female Chancellor of the UK, exemplifying the growing influence of women in leadership roles. After the 2024 general election, women now represent 40% of Parliament, a record high, showcasing the increasing impact of women in governance. Women leaders like Reeves are paving the way for future generations to break barriers in governance, economics, and beyond. They are serving as role models for young women and normalizing female leadership, reducing bias and making the path smoother for future generations. Women across the globe, including the UK, are becoming increasingly affluent. Today, women hold 1/3 of the world's wealth and are accumulating an additional $5 trillion annually. In the 1970s, it is estimated women held less than 10% of the world's wealth. A significant portion of this wealth is self-made, with women gaining financial independence through entrepreneurship, increasing participation in the workforce, improved legal rights, and changing social norms. Women are playing key roles in driving economic growth and influencing global economics. One notable example is Taylor Swift and her Eras Tour. Swift's tour grossed $2.2 billion in ticket sales, shattering all records. It's estimated she'll personally earn $370 million from the tour, which has a significant economic impact on the city she performed in. In just 5 months, the US Travel Association estimates the tour's economic impact exceeded $10 billion. Her economic influence is so profound that universities now offer degrees in courses in Swiftonomics. The number of female billionaires worldwide is trending upward and has increased from 9% in 2010 to 13% now worldwide. Similarly, the number of female entrepreneurs in the UK has surged. This is due to several factors: changing social norms that encourage women to start businesses, increased government support and policy change, educational attainment, advances in technology making it easier to start business online, the rise of gig economy platforms like Etsy, providing low-cost ways to start a business. Also, the rise of flexible work models has been key. In addition, changing consumer preferences are driving growth in what were niche markets where women are leading innovation. In wellness, nutrition, sustainable fashion, inclusive skincare are growing, and women are leading the innovation. For example, Goop, which is a lifestyle brand for Gwyneth Paltrow, Stella McCartney and sustainable fashion, and Rihanna with Fenty Beauty. In 2023, women founded 164,000 companies in the UK, a new record, making up to 18% of all new businesses. This compares to 56,000 in 2018, nearly a threefold increase in only 5 years. Notable female entrepreneurs in the UK include Denise Coates, the founder of Bet365, with an estimated wealth of £9.5 billion. Denise started the firm only in 2000. And Dame Mary Perkins, the co-founder of Specsavers in 1984, and recognised as Britain's first self-made female billionaire. Women are making strides in leadership roles across industries. They now hold over 33% of leadership positions in FTSE 350 companies. They also occupy 42% of directorships in FTSE 250 boards. Despite the progress, only 10% of FTSE 100 CEOs are women. There is still work to be done. Gender diversity on boards is improving governance, decision-making, and innovation. The UK ranks second globally for female board representation behind France. Burberry, Marks & Spencer, and Next have made significant strides, with over 50% of their boards now consisting of women, leading the way for gender diversity in the corporate world. The transfer of wealth from the baby boomer generation is a major contributor to women's increasing wealth. Historically, inheritance favoured male heirs, but there is now a trend towards more equitable wealth distribution, with women inheriting significant assets. A notable example is Queen Elizabeth II, who ensured her daughters had equal rights and education as her sons. In 2013, she allowed both sons and daughters equal rights to the throne. Divorce also contributes to the transfer of wealth to women. Around 40% of marriages in the UK end in divorce, with many women receiving large financial settlements. For example, Melinda Gates received a portion of Bill Gates' $130 billion fortune after their divorce in 2021. The details were not disclosed, but it is suggested Melinda received around half of the assets. Traditionally, women were less involved in managing family finances, with men typically overseeing investments and financial decisions. However, women are becoming more engaged with their financial futures and are increasingly taking charge of their finances. Women's financial priorities often centre on immediate concerns, such as managing the rising cost of living, while men tend to focus on more long-term financial strategies, including portfolio performance and the impact of inflation on investment. Women often report lower confidence in financial matters compared to men, but this doesn't indicate lack of knowledge. It's more a thoughtful and cautious approach to investment decisions. Women who tend to take a more cautious and research-driven approach to investing can lead to a more stable and well-thought-out decision. A 2023 study by Fidelity found that women investors outperform their male counterparts, primarily because women tend to take a longer-term approach and avoid emotional trading decisions. Women are more likely to diversify their investments, creating resilient portfolios and reducing volatility over time, helping to ensure long-term financial stability. Women tend to be more altruistic in how they use their wealth. Studies show dopamine levels increase in women when sharing money, while men's dopamine increases when keeping it. This reflects a more selfless approach to wealth distribution. As more women control their finances, the potential for a more inclusive and equitable society grows. For example, Melinda Gates recently announced she would donate $1 billion to organizations supporting women and families over the next 2 years. Despite progress in closing the gender pay gap and the increasing presence of women in the workforce, women are still less likely to invest compared to men. This has resulted in a £599 billion investment gap in the UK, with 3.3 million more men holding investments than women. Key contributing factors include lack of confidence. Only 1 in 10 women say they fully understand investing, limiting their willingness to engage. Jargon and complexity within the investment industry make women feel excluded from the conversation, reducing their confidence in making investment decisions. Risk aversion. 82% of women describe themselves as having a low appetite for risk, compared to 69% as men. This often leads women to opt for safer savings like cash accounts, which are perceived as less risky. The impact of inflation. Cash accounts, despite being perceived as safe, are losing value due to high inflation rates. Interest rates haven't kept up with inflation, meaning money in cash accounts are effectively declining in value. And finally, preference for familiar savings methods. Women tend to invest in familiar savings methods such as savings accounts, which generally offer lower returns than more diversified investments like stocks or mutual funds. There is a gender gap within pension pots. Child rearing responsibilities often lead to women taking career breaks, with 53% of women taking maternity leave versus only 1% of men taking paternity leave. This time off, combined with lower average salaries, contributes to a 35% gender pension pay gap, meaning men generally have larger pension pots. As of April 24, women earn 7% less than men on average, affecting their starting point in wealth building. Women often need to save more aggressively to achieve similar financial outcomes, especially in retirement planning. Women generally live longer than men, requiring a longer retirement period and more sustainable income. Proper retirement planning is crucial to ensure women's wealth lasts through their extended retirement years. The gender gap in investments and retirement savings stems from career breaks, the gender pay gap, and longer life expectancy. Women must start their wealth journeys early, plan ahead, and address the unique challenges to achieve financial independence. Starting early helps you meet your long-term financial goals. The earlier you begin, the better positioned you'll be for financial success. As an example, take Jane and Stephen. Jane saves £2,500 a year from age 21 to 32. Stephen saves the same amount but starts at age 33 until age 65. Despite saving less, Jane ends up with a similar pension pot at age 65. This is thanks to compound growth. Early investments have more time to grow exponentially. The longer you invest, the more you benefit from compounding, which helps your wealth grow over time. Invest for the long term to maximize growth. Long-term investing helps assets withstand market fluctuations, ensuring growth even through market dips. Steps to plan for your retirement. Set your retirement goals. Consider your retirement age, the lifestyle you want to live, family support, travel, and healthcare. Calculate the expenditure you might need in retirement. It's estimated that a single person requires around £43,000 a year, and a couple £59,000 a year. Some of your costs may rise, like medical and travel, but others may reduce, like your mortgage and funding school fees. Review current finances, evaluate your existing plans, investments, fees, and the performance to ensure alignment with your retirement goals. And then formulate a plan. Consider your investment term, the risk profile, and how much you need to save. Use pension projections and increase contributions as needed. Martin Lewis suggests saving half of your age as a percentage of your salary for your pension. Contributing to a pension is key. Take advantage of the tax relief and tax-free growth. Employers must contribute and they may match your contributions. Pay off your debt to free up resources and consider using ISAs for tax-free savings where possible. As women generally live longer than men, plan for a longer retirement. The average life expectancy for a 65-year-old woman is age 87. Regularly review your progress and seek advice to ensure you're on track. Starting early is crucial for building a secure retirement. Plan, save, and adjust regularly to achieve your desired retirement lifestyle. The state pension is payable from age 66 with £11,502 per year. Pension age is increasing to age 67 and eventually rising to age 68. The pension is inflation protected with an 8.5% increase in April 2024. Taking time off for childcare may affect your national insurance credits, but childcare credits may be available to fill the gaps. You can review your state pension forecast online and potentially top up national insurance contributions to reach the full state pension. There is a temporary extension to the 5th of April 2025, allowing you to fill gaps in your national insurance record dating back to 2006-2007. This extension only runs for 2 more months. It will then revert to the previous 6 tax years. The ageing population will put pressure on public finances. The state pension age will likely continue to rise as adjustments are necessary for sustainability. Take advantage of annual allowances to minimise tax liability. You have ISA allowances of £20,000 a year, pension contributions of up to £60,000 a year, and dividend and capital gains tax allowances. Leveraging these tax allowances helps grow your wealth and reduce your tax over time. The personal allowance and higher rate tax thresholds have been frozen since 2021 until at least 2028, effectively raising taxes due to inflation. On the 30th of October 2024, capital gains tax rose from 10 to 18% and the higher rate from 20 to 24%. Firstly, define your goals. Write down your objectives, such as when you want to retire and with how much per year. This helps create a clear financial plan. Consult with solicitors for wills and powers of attorney. Make sure they are properly drafted to protect your assets and ensure your wishes are followed. Work with a wealth planner. Speak with a professional about utilising allowances available to you, including ISAs, pensions, and capital gains tax relief. This can maximise your tax efficiency. Plan your investments early. Consider your investment strategy at the beginning of each tax year to avoid missing any deadlines or opportunities. Review your state pension forecast and make national insurance top-ups where necessary to ensure you're on track for a full pension. And finally, update your pension expression of wishes. Make sure this is current so your beneficiaries are clear in the event of an unforeseen circumstance. Many of the insights from this presentation are from our new report, Wealth in Women's Hands. Nearly all of our female clients are highly satisfied with their investment manager, as shown in our latest surveys. Our goal is to help women take a more active role in managing their finances. We avoid jargon and ensure that our clients feel confident in their investment decisions. We hold regular meetings to ensure clients are comfortable with their asset balance and make adjustments as needed to ensure efficient wealth growth. Our transparent communication fosters high levels of trust and reinforces our commitment to helping clients reach their financial goals. Thank you very much for listening, and please do reach out to our marketing team for any further information. Thank you.